Okay, here we go. Third time's the charm, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully nothing goes wrong here and we can get this show on the road.
Yes.
So again, I'll just read out the picks here. Blue team, we got Graves, Leona, bottom lane, Maokai in the jungle. Looks like a Nivea mid with that classic Vladimir top. For our purple team, we've got, looks like Kenan top, Cassiopeia mid, Corky Alistair bottom, and Mundo in the jungle.
Yeah.
Now overall, just two excellent team comps, man. These are just strong champs. It should be a good go.
All right, everything is working properly, so we don't have to restart for a fourth time.
Yeah, it looks like everyone's...
What do you think's going to happen mid Cassiopeia and Anivia?
What do I think's going to happen mid? Well, I've seen this Cassiopeia... Actually, I've fought this Cassiopeia and I've fought this Anivia. And let me tell you something. That Cassiopeia is pretty darn good and that Anivia is very darn good. So I think it's going to be a very close game. It's pretty much just going to be a skill matchup. It's all going to come down to how they play it, really. I mean, if... jungler influence and
yeah. The good thing about Anivia is if Delirium comes up for the ult, he just walls you off, and there's not much you can do at that point.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, again, it comes down to who outplays who, but
yep, and the angled wall, and they follow it, and you shoot your Q along it, and people are usually go right beside your wall to go through. Then you just get stunned. The
classic Anivia stun. That's what we call that.
Yep.
I feel like early game Anivia might have a little bit of a tough time if Delirium keeps that pressure on, keeps that Q up, and keep that E spam happening. But again, we'll see. I mean, it could just turn into a passive farm lane. So then, if that ever happens, you know, end game is it's too fun to watch. I think team fights are just going to be spectacular with these two teams.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think is going to happen with this Corky Alistair versus very aggressive Leona Graves? Graves picking up that ignite.
Great. I'm not too sure, but when Leona engages like onto Corky has a pretty good escape.
That's true.
And Alistair is really good for knocking like Leona up after she
Alistair's a great choice against Leona.
And then like knocks her up and then shoves her away, and it stops the engage from them. Alistair, yeah, I would say that is pretty good against Leona Graves because the amount of CC you have and escape.
Yeah, I agree. Well put. Yeah, I think. I also think though, if once Leona gets 6, I mean, 2 in the pooper comes bottom, lays down one of those sweet binds, followed up by a Leona ult and stun, and Graves can just have his way with pretty much anybody. That's almost too much CC. But again, that comes down to how well these two teams play. I like the jungle picks. I like the jungle picks a lot. Maokai and Mundo, both very strong jungling champs right now.
Yeah, actually, the Graves did not actually took the ignite instead of the heal, so he will get less healing out of that.
Yeah. But also he's very likely to get a kill with that ignite. I mean,
yeah.
Ignite is super powerful spell if you know how to use it.
Exactly.
Especially if you're playing a kill lane like Leona Graves. I mean, especially because Leona didn't run flash, right? She's got exhaust heal, so
exhaust and the ignite on someone is pretty much a really good chance of killing somebody.
It's very true. All right, just getting in the load screen here and getting ready to get this show on the road. Look at these skins. It's such a great part of the game, don't you think, Nathan?
Yeah, I do.
Nathan, too hot to handle stopper. I know you don't like me calling you that, but it's on your birth certificate, so I'm going to call you that.
All right, let's go with that. Purple ahead of this game because they have won the skin battle.
Yeah, it looks like...
Took the early lead.
Actually, yeah, you're right. They've got that 1+ skin. It's pretty much GG. Might as well call that surrender out.
Yeah,
just kidding.
But then there is the epic Vladimir skin.
Yeah, that's true. That's almost worth 2 skins in itself. All right, so here we go. Getting this show on the road. We got some.
There's a ping for an invade.
I saw that purple ping in the blue buff.
First invasion that people pull out.
Yeah.
Your game was the only other one that was your last game that was casted. You guys invaded, but then you guys pulled out. I want to see first blood in the jungle.
Oh, we hit that Maokai sapling, yeah, and we had to back out. I mean, that was a great sapling. That's the thing about Maokai, man. He basically, like, for level 1 fights, he gets that free ward right away, and it's just super strong. It looks like they are going to bunch up side bush here. Purple team.
Alistair was seen there.
Oh, they pinged. Yeah, ping's going out on.
Yep.
On purple team.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
They know they're there. They might just start the red or go to purple team's blue. Maokai loading up those saplings.
And the rest may try to defend.
Yeah, looks like they're calling it
All
quits.
of them are just backing up.
Probably a wise move. Once you've been spotted trying to invade, it's very hard to invade when they know you're there. You lose the element of surprise, which is basically the whole point of invading. Yeah, that level 1. Catch somebody in a bush and just go balls deep and hopefully get that kill.
Mundo won't really be able to, because the saplings will be instant kill, right?
That's true.
And
yeah.
then Mundo's actually going to be behind in the jungle already.
Oh wow, yeah. It seems so is every lane's going to be behind right now.
Yeah, Vladimir's going to get up there at top really quickly. Leona and Graves are already at bottom, ready to do that. It just Anivia.
Oh, they didn't start doubles. Actually, I thought Leona Graves would be doing doubles there, but
so they're Mundo's actually starting blue now.
Yeah, it's probably I think they thought that they went to their blue, and that's why everyone went and they played that so safe. Oh wow, blue reset. Now that is so frustrating. That's like it's a kick in the pants. But all right, here we go. Everybody getting into lane and getting their show on the road.
Alistair doing what he does and just sits in that bush, wait for someone to get up and call.
Oh yes, the classic Alistair sitting in the bush.
What do you think is going to happen top?
What do I think? I think that Van Kara is going to have a tough time with this Kennen. I mean, Van Kara is very strong top Vladimir. I've played against it and I've played with it, and he knows what he's doing. Mid lane to Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
Very low mana, very high damage. Once you hit that Q, you just chase with E and you can chase all day. Mundo now picking up his red. Probably going to be looking for a gank soon with that red buff.
Maokai is ahead of him too. By half a level. Bottom lane, Corky Alistair's pushing pretty well against Leona Graves, and a good poke coming out from
Corky there?
Corky, yeah. Oh, gank's coming in mid.
Oh, wow.
He's caught out really far. But the failed
big
wall.
stun. Oh,
and then there's the stun. Yep.
Oh, no, she's going to get away.
And she is going to get away, yeah.
She's going to just barely get away. Good flash.
If that wall was better, or if that wall was, she would have just blew her flash quicker.
So 2 ganks out so far. 1 top and 1 mid.
I
think mid was a little more successful due to the fact that Maokai ganks are just absolutely ridiculous.
Especially Cassiopeia has extended that far.
Yeah, absolutely. She pretty much was asking for that one after that. But you know what? I would be lying if I said that I didn't do that every single game, but I do that every single game. I overextend and then I yell at everybody else when I get killed. That's just called playing the game, though. Playing it like a pro. Obviously, I'm kidding. I'm not a pro in any sense. But back to the game. Mundo here looking for a gank mid, but that Anivia is
close. Actually, right there would have been.
Oh, wards that blue. I really like that play. When junglers do that, when they ward the other buffs, I mean, not only does that give you the timer of when that buff is up, but you catch them doing that buff, and you could potentially.
Kennen is very well could go down. Oh, awesome pool. If that wasn't a pool, that would have been first blood on Vladimir instead of Kennen, but
that Vladimir, man.
That pool, man. That pool.
Very strong. And there you go. First successful gank of the day and first blood by 2 in the pooper coming top lane. And that first blood went to Maokai. That's always an excellent feeling when you're jungling and you happen to snake first blood. Just lets you snowball pretty hard in your jungle. Cassiopeia just throwing out those Qs, getting a little loom, but it's the thing, you can deal with wasting your mana when you push a wave that fast, because it's nothing to go back, get a couple items, get that mana back, and start pushing again. Anivia's not going to really be able to compete with that push until she hits about level 6, and then
and there's a double Dorans from Cassiopeia. She also got a ward, and she's getting health pots as well. And Vladimir also going back. He's coming back with the revolver.
Wow.
And a ward and another 3 pots.
That just shows how far this Vlad is from that gank. Also, he is 10 CS above, but because of that gank, he was able to get a ward, a revolver, and some more pots, where Kennen, unfortunately, was only able to get an amp tome and some pots and ward.
Yeah.
So that just shows you how powerful getting first blood or getting first blood in your lane.
And there's the ult down from... There's a double ult. Well, you have enough damage. Oh,
No,
he should have stayed in there. He had to stay in there. If he would have stayed, he would have been able to try to burst him down before it hit the ult, ticked off, and finished him off.
Quite possibly.
Flashing
quite
away
possibly.
was a bad move.
That was an exceptional read by Vladimir there, though. I mean, he knew his strengths, he knew what he could do, and he just went for it.
Leona taking quite a bit of damage, and Nivea and Maokai are coming from the other side.
Oh,
the
wow,
gank.
this is not good.
Yeah, the ward made it so they couldn't really see, and Leona is going to get caught right here. And the Maokai goes straight onto the...
Oh, Mundo in for the counter gank, though. I mean, this could be...
And Nivea flashing away, almost dying herself. At this point.
Wow. You know what? Anivia does have egg up, though, so I think she would have been fine there, but...
Yeah, and now Cassiopeia is just pushing mid really hard.
That's the wise play. I mean, if you see your lane in another lane, you just go for it, dude. You do as much damage to that tower as you can. Try to push that advantage.
Yeah.
You get that early tower
get that
down.
to half health, and Vladimir went back again and picked up his Boots of Lucidity.
I've seen this Vladimir quite often just skip Will and just head right to Rylai's after his Hex Tech in his boots. So we'll see if that's what his plan is. Maokai just kind of hanging around in the side brush here, laying some wards down. Now them wards, they win games. I don't care what anybody tells you, but them wards win games. Same with that blue buff. That blue buff wins lane. Let me tell you, this Cassiopeia can just spam that all day. Yeah, now Nivea's hurting for that blue buff. You can tell she's going there, making sure that it's not going to get counter jungled.
Yeah. And that ward not being there anymore, it's going to stop it from being able to steal it as well.
Mundo grabbing that red. Likely to see a gank coming out after this red buff is done.
Kennen having a hard time against that Vladimir now since he got that kill.
Oh yeah, no doubt. His CS, about 30 CS above, and he's just... That's the one thing I've noticed about Vankara top lane here, is as soon as he gets that advantage, I mean, he knows how to press it. He knows how to push it till...
Yeah.
Till he can't... Oh, look at gank mid. Oh, wow. Weird. Did you get that? A little bit of a glitch happening. Cassiopeia, though, going to get away from that no problem.
Yep.
Continue to push that wave. Oh, bottom lane.
Yeah.
Damage going out on this grave.
And then the engage from Leona. Then
I think Corky was just a little bit too low to go for the gold there. I could tell he wanted to, but I mean, he
was doing the damage, and he was taking quite a bit of damage till.
That was the right play to back out there. I mean,
it definitely was. He would have lost that engage, especially with that exhaust ignite.
Well, we got a lane switch happening now. It seems like Kennen is going to be heading mid, and Cassiopeia is going to be taking that top lane, which I actually think is just an exceptional play, because if
he almost died. Kennen was got caught by that Q.
Oh, pulls the ult. Wow. Wow, dude, that play top.
He pulled the ult?
He pulled Cass's ult. If he didn't pull that, Vlad was done for, but that was an excellent pull. Good read. Bottom lane here. Wow. Gank's coming in by Mundo.
And there goes the Leona.
No chance for Leona there.
And Maokai coming in 1 through 3. And just hitting him and getting right out of there. Vladimir will be able to push this turret.
This poor Kennen. He goes mid lane, and Anivia's bossing him around a little bit here. I think he's just a little bit underfarmed due to that Vlad being getting snowballed pretty early, but
yep.
We'll see how that plays out for him.
Top turret almost going down. Now one more wave should be able to do it right here. But Cassiopeia is there to stop it. Vladimir are going to come in here and do a little bit of a poke.
Oh man, the chunks, eh?
Yeah, Vladimir is taking a lot of damage because of that. And he has to be very careful about that W coming down on his feet.
If Cassio lands a Q on Vladimir, I mean, it could be a bad day. She could just kite him, dodge the pool.
And there you go. He got that Q on him. And
no chase though. That's probably smart. I think Delirium.
That was smart with all those minions there.
Yeah, Delirium's got a pretty good handle on this game, and I think he knew that was a bad time to engage. Vlad's just gonna go back here and
hopefully get his roll out. No, he's getting the Negatron cloak.
It's a very good buy against Cassiopeia. Any spam caster, if you get that little bit of resist, it's just gonna help you that much in lane.
Exactly, especially against
Graves and Corky now with Boots BF sword. Wow. Bottom lane's about to get a Corky. Wow. Those Alistair peels,
Corky walked into the ult, actually. If he would have stayed where he was for a little bit, he wouldn't have got hit by that.
Just farm. Farm. Name of the game right now.
Yeah. Corky has 2 potions and Doran's blade over Graves at the moment.
Yeah, that's the thing about Leona is, I mean, you don't really have that heal sustain that Alistair gives you in lane. So Corky's likely to just poke and get Graves low, and there's really not much Graves. Man, this Vladimir, he's just going full tilt all day, and I love it. I mean, just no fear. Taking them tower shots like a boss. Kennen trying to pick up that CS. I'd really love to see this Kennen get a kill, let me tell you. Seems like he's been hurting a little bit.
Yeah, he hasn't really been able to do too much. He got killed twice.
Maokai just hanging out in side brush here. Looks like he's going to be coming in for a gank on Kennen. Mundo actually just sitting at... Oh, he actually backed. So if that gank happened, Mundo could give 0 support. But Maokai's going to call her quits on that. Ping's going down, and bottom lane is going to retreat. Smart play.
And Cass pushing top pretty hard, but Vladimir is going to be there in time to stop it. A nice W going down on there just for him to walk through and take a good amount of damage. And Kennen eating some abilities from Anivia, taking quite a bit of damage. But now Anivia has no mana.
Their blue buff is up, and Anivia has Chalice. I mean, this would be the time to make a play on Anivia.
Yeah, be right here.
While she's as Zoom can be. It looks like Mundo is going to go in and ward that blue buff, which is actually just smart as heck, because they're going to... Oh, shoot. Vlad with the read. Oh, shoot. He's just hanging out, waiting for the play to be made.
Oh, there he goes.
Cassiopeia coming in.
Do quite a bit. Good damage going on both of them. There's the Kennen ult.
Beautiful.
Stuns at Anivia, but that egg is up. They need to turn on this Vladimir. There's the ult from Cassiopeia, and she bursts. She flashes, but does no. That pool keeps them alive once again. And then they're trying to focus this down, and then there goes the Anivia.
Down goes the Anivia, yeah.
And Kennen getting caught, and there's the ult onto everybody, and Kennen goes down. Kennen and Mundo are going to die, and they take down that Vladimir.
Wow.
And that trade was 2 for 3.
Smart play by Vladimir, knowing he could go back in there and help his team a little bit.
Yeah. Cassiopeia could try to steal this.
She is not healthy at all, and her has absolutely no mana. If she steals this, I will be amazed, but
she has very mana for
a QE combo, which is what it's going to take.
Hopefully he doesn't have smite up. Oh, he had smite.
And down goes the smite. Oh, wow.
Oh, she's actually going to engage onto him, and she's doing enough damage, but she does not have any mana anymore. Maokai actually could have taken advantage of that.
Yeah, I think he knows
He's
that.
still going for her now.
Yeah.
But now she has enough for a Q and a couple auto attacks.
That Q is going to let her...
If he keeps following her, she could stand... She needs one more Q to be able to kill him, but then Maokai just backed off.
Yeah, which is a smart play. Both sides for Delirium to get out of there, as well as Maokai. I mean, although Cassiopeia was Zoom, who knows what kind of rune she's running. If she got that mana regen, all it would have took is about 1 Q and 1 E, and that Maokai just saying goodnight, so...
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And down goes mid-turret. First turret of the game happens to be mid-turret going down on purple side.
Top one being pushed right now as well.
Anivia checking that dragon with the wall.
Vlad not here. Just counter hits. We just push that minion wave through past the turret. And Cassiopeia has to go back.
Yeah, I'd have to say that this, if this Vlad had a trademark, it would be just not giving a hoot. He does what he pleases.
Yep.
Oh, the big grip on the Corki. Let's see if they can make a play. Man, those Alistair
awesome.
feels.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And then there's a gauge on top, and then Mundo is taking a lot of damage from that Vlad was about to go off, and Mundo barely getting away with that last nice cleaver.
Wow.
And he's swinging around with the health regen.
He's gonna try to make a play, and
Cassiopeia has to get in there before he dies.
this Anivia, man. This
Cassiopeia
Anivia,
took way too long.
down goes Vlad. Oh no.
Oh, then there's a nice wall, keep them away.
Excellent play by Anivia to come up there and just try to give back up
And
to
here comes
Vlad.
Maokai as well.
Oh, no dice. Delirium is going to go
And
down
there he
here,
goes.
and that is another kill for Anivia. Actually, the
And if
first
Kennan's
kill
not
for Anivia.
careful, oh no, Kennan's gonna get away fine.
Right now, scores are looking, it's pretty even, 7-6. Maokai rocking 3 kills. I mean, that is just handy when you're a jungler. Keep that snowball going. Kennen raising that farm a little bit. Still a little under farm compared to everybody else, but he's doing the best with what he can, I guess. And if you look at the bottom lane here, Graves rocking about 99 CS to Corki's 147. Now that is quite a big difference when you're playing AD bottom. Corki also has a kill. I've seen this Corki carry many a game before, so we'll see how it pans out when they get into team fights. I mean, Vlad is doing extremely well top lane, and Anivia is just farming like a machine in that mid lane. So we'll see. I guess it's more than likely going to come down to how well these two teams team fight. And
And we're gonna try to
Kinda
do
get in the
a
thick of
brush
stuff.
gank.
they're going to try
They're
to
gonna try to
counter
steal that blue.
buff.
And there's the ward. And they're just gonna scare him, and then they're just gonna go for that
Start
dragon.
Good play. Good read. Now, I don't think they're going to be able to stop this dragon. Mundo is now done for.
Yeah, and then there goes.
Is anybody going to follow up on this? Is Kennen ult up? Kennen ult is up.
There goes Alistair. And then there's Cassiopeia right there, and she gets stunned by the time. She
Wow.
goes right down, and then Kennen right behind her going down too.
What an excellent play by blue team there. I mean, they saw blue buff. They warded that blue buff, saw he
Yeah.
was going for it, and they said, you know what? We'll force him off that blue buff, and we'll just start doing dragon. And they did, and they got dragon, they got Mundo, and they got 3 more kills after that when Cassiopeia and Kennen and Alistair tried
And
to
they're
follow
gonna be
up.
able to push this inner mid turret as well.
Yeah, you betcha. Vlad, again, just tanking that turret with the I'm not going to give a damn strategy, which seems to be doing very well for this team. Corki just going to lay some
Red team's turret has
big
been
bombs
destroyed.
out here. Do a little poke damage, try to get him off that turret. It's not going to be enough. That turret will go down. Looks like they're going to go back to farm. Vlad looks like he's just going to go up top and clear that wave, get some health back. Now, what do you think purple team is going to be able to do in this situation after an engage like that?
I'm not too sure. They really need a ward better and need to stop getting caught. Like they right in this area on here, they were in a very vulnerable spot, and that Leona ult caught Cassiopeia and Kennen very effectively.
Yeah, which is the exact 2 people you want to catch in a Leon ult. And from there on out, Anivia, I think, just laid some REs, laid the R clicks out, and it was pretty much good night for Cassiopeia.
Yeah.
Just too bad, because that is an exceptional place for a Cassiopeia ult, Kennen ult, but they just didn't get it off in time, and that
But
Leona just did some work.
Yeah, that Leona Vladimir ult works so well together. The stun, and then it's just instantly he's going to get at least 3 people as long as the Leona ult catches enough people.
So there's about 5 wards on the field right now. I think both teams could do just a little bit better warding. Just protect against engages like just happened in the jungle there. But, I mean, who am I to say, right? The ward master? Psh, maybe one day. Now, do they see this Maokai? No, this Cassiopeia has no idea. This is going to be bad
There's
news.
a flash under the wall. Let's get away. And there's the flash from Maokai to engage.
Oh, big Cassiopeia ult on that Vlad.
They all
No
take so much
follow-up.
damage, and that Vlad ult got everybody in, and that ult almost killed all 3 of those people right there. And Delirium
Killing spree.
and Alistair are barely in health. They're barely going to get away. And they're just going to push mid and get an inhibitor at this point.
And there's really not much purple team can do against that. I mean, that was just an exceptional. Like that Vlad, they blew everything on that Vlad, and that Vlad just stood there and took it.
And cool.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when he's up, Leona ulted, then he ulted, and that's
Red team's turret has
GG.
been
Yeah.
really good.
They're rocking 2 Banshees Veils on blue team here, which I think is actually brilliant due to Kenanol
Red team's
Cassiopeia
turret
ult.
has been destroyed.
It's just a good way to negate that
Red
Inish.
team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Seems to be working out just dandy. And if you notice Anivia, I mean, all she had to build was Chalice, Banshee's Veil, Merc Treads, and a Blasting Wand, and she is just doing work.
Yeah.
Anivia has such high base damage that she can do that. She can build tanky.
Especially she gets that when enemies are frosted, her
Yeah, absolutely. And she
frostbite just has
lays
so much
out
extra
those
damage.
E-clicks. Yeah, they're actually going to be starting Baron here, which amazes me.
They need to do something risky, but Baron just is doing so much damage. Corki almost dying, and Corki is going to almost gets caught, and they're just going to die right here.
Yeah,
this could be game.
This could very well be game. That Baron engage was just. I'd love to know what was going through the mind of Purple Team when they decided to start Baron there. I mean, not only did they start Baron at like a really bad time, but they had Corki tank like just. Oh wow!
They stole it. They stole the Baron, and then he Valkyried in and stole it, and then he got right out with Flash. That was so nice.
That was a high clutch play. Now, see, if I was Corki, I'd be typing planned all along.
Yeah.
That's what I would be typing. That was just an exceptional play by Corki. It seems like
play there.
blue team, though, is still just going to push this top tower, keep their lead going, which is exactly what they need to do. I mean, they're so far ahead right now. Actually, they're only about 4K ahead, but that's
Red
still a
team's
good
turret
chunk
has
of
been
gold.
destroyed.
So they're just going to keep pressing that advantage, keep the lane snowballing. As you can see, they got that inhibitor down mid lane, so they can push every other lane and let those super minions go to town, which is looks like what they're going to do.
And their blue is just going to back up, buy, and then push mid, probably, or push bottom.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the plays are. They could definitely do with some more wards. I mean, I know I've said it once, I've said it a million times, but wards win games, man. Let me tell you, vision is everything. And right now, both teams have very lacking vision. Again, Alistair did have oracles, not anymore since that death. And so it could be the reason that blue team has been lacking in warding. Do they have an oracles on blue team? Or did they before that?
They do not.
I don't see one now.
No, Maokai has it.
Oh, there we go.
Maokai almost ran into 4 people there.
Man, I love
They
that
pinged
strategy.
it. They must have seen something because there's a ping under that bush.
They're just gonna get a
Oh,
free
they have a-
dragon here, absolutely uncontested. And they are going to go and try to defend their base, which is
They gotta defend their base. This is when they
basically-
should head bottom right now.
Well, bottom's pushing on its own. I would actually just leave that.
Yeah.
I would group. They're so much bigger right now. I would just group and push, and they try to tango. Well, I mean, it's not going to turn out too good for purple team if they don't get a good engage. So
Yeah,
gonna
and
be
they are
heading
going to push
lane.
bottom.
Yeah, you're right. Good call. Going to get that tower. Alright, could actually probably push 2 towers here, no fear.
They're pretty far ahead, and people like Vladimir have high AP mounts with health, and he's really tanky now. And they tried focusing that one time, and then especially with his pool, he just
negates like very crucial damage.
He's
like,
very good for that because he has such high health base because of his AP or because of his passive, and then he's again his pool, and he has so much life steal too, such as that revolver.
Yeah, his sustain is pretty off the charts. I mean, Vlad right now is just a top tier champ. He's just excellent, and like Van Kere is just an exceptional Vlad. You know, I obviously don't have to say it. You all seen his gameplay. He's just making plays, if you will. And same with I mean, their whole team is pretty damn tanky. I mean, you look at Anivia, she's rocking Banshee's Veil, Merc Treads, Chalice, which is like, that magic resist is perfect for this team comp where they run double AP.
Yep.
Vlad the same. I mean, with that Giant's Belt and that Abyssal, and the AP he gets from Will alone or the health he gets from Will.
Yeah, and Graves picked up that QSS, and Corky has one as well.
Not a bad choice. Not a bad choice when you have Cassiopeia ults, you know, Kennen ults. You have Maokai Snare and Leona ults. I mean, QSS can save your life. There's no doubt about that. Seems like lanes are just pushing out for blue here. They're just going to keep that going, push that advantage a little harder. So what do you think is going to happen with purple team here? Next engage, like what do they need to do?
They need what they really need to do is engage in more of an open area. And they've been engaging these small chokes, and the Leona ult's been catching 2 to 3 of them, and then the Vladimir ults, and that's doing so much damage to them, and that stuns them for a good amount of time for them to really get in there and do damage. They really need to watch out for clumping up. They really need to stay spread out.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. Although I feel like if they could fight in a choke and they could avoid Leona ult, Cassiopeia ult, Kennen ult in a choke is just absolutely devastating. Same with followed up by Alistair, Paul, and Corky. Engaged from Maokai.
And there's the flash. And there's the flat ult catching 2 of them.
And here we go, big team fight. Looks like Maokai taking down Kennen, Kennen taking down Maokai, Van Kara taking some tower shots. There goes gonna live. And Graves and Anivia still healthy as can be. This is not looking good for purple team. That was a 2 for 2 though, pretty even. They are going to push this and hit back down.
Oh, Cassiopeia getting extremely low. Same with Corky.
They're going to keep trying to push him off that inhib, which is that's exactly what they should have done, and they did. So that's going to basically keep that inhib up, at least for a little bit, keep those super minions at bay, because those things suck. Cassiopeia just protecting this inhib. Now see that fight right there, I don't know how to feel about that fight. I mean, they came out even, and blue team actually dove 2 turrets for that, and they still came out even. So I mean, if you're looking at this statistically speaking, if you take away those 2 turrets, purple team more than likely was going to take more than 2 in the pooper.
Yeah.
Pun intended. Because his name is 2 in the pooper. You see what I did there?
Yes.
Anyway, point being, if those 2 turrets weren't there, I think purple team would have definitely not got those kills. But I mean, who am I to say? All right, looks like they're just going to be blue team just grouping, farming their jungle. Vlad is going to back and likely pick up that Rylai's Crystal Scepter. Yeah, there it is, which is an absolutely magnificent item on Vladimir. I mean, it gives him that health, which also gives him AP, and it gives him that AP, which also gives him health, and it gives him that ability to kite and slow people down, and that's fantastic. There, I said it.
Ults, he slows everybody.
Yeah, dude. Same with Kennen, though. I mean, Kennen rushing that Rylai's, which is super strong on Kennen as well. I mean, you go in there and you lay your ult down on 5 people. They're all slowed.
And blue is going to go for Baron right now, while red is.
They are aware of this, so they are going to come and try to fight this, which is actually
they're just going to back out now and try to fight. And Vladimir get way too overextended. He's taking down below health. It's nice Anivia wall, and
here comes the
Maokai went over it, and
I think Cassiopeia missed her ult though, but Kennen with a very nice ult follow up. This Vlad, wow, Vlad ult pops and everyone goes by. Now that is a sad story, but Cassiopeia still doing mad work.
And Mundo going to be able to pick off this Rise.
Yeah,
they will get the ace, and they will be able to get, they will be pushing.
Great dash by Graves. See, I think the problem there is Corky and wow, they could actually, are they going to do Baron? 3-man Baron, right on, my favorite kind. I always say, why do a 5-man when you can do a 3-man?
The problem there was Anivia got a really nice ball on this choke here, and Maokai went through it, and he just got instant killed.
Absolutely. Also, Vlad tried to engage a little bit earlier.
Yes,
he took a whole bunch of free damage.
He got half for free.
But if you notice, when they egged Anivia, Cassiopeia and Corky both stopped to try to kill Egg, and Mundo chased Graves. Now, they should have just let they should have let Corky just kill the Egg and Cassiopeia chase Graves, because Cassiopeia, once she's got that slow with W, and 2, her Q gives you that speed up, so you can just chase all day when you land one of those.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, all in all, it was still good. It was still a good exchange, I think, for a purple team to get those kills. Now, Kennen looking a little scarier now that he's got his rod. Probably going to be finishing that will right away. Now, if you do look, Kennen doesn't have Will of the Ancients, and neither does Cassiopeia. So my initial response to, or my initial thoughts of, well, this is going to be a double will team, we're wrong.
Yeah, we are wrong.
There's actually only one will on the field right now, and that belongs to Vlad. And Nivea doesn't even have a will, which, I mean,
I can see why
it's
Nivea
still
would.
fine. Yeah, but double will is just way too strong to ignore. It looks like Cassiopeia is going to be going for that Zhonya's, which is like an exceptional choice when you're fighting a team like this. A team that like Maokai can just jump on you. Same with Leoniston, and they can just blow you up as fast as this team can. That Zhonya's is going to save your life. They're not going to have that life steal as if both of them rush Wodo, but I guess they're going for a different tactic, which is A-OK in my books. So blue team just doing a little dance around mid turret here, as we all love to do. Purple team now has Baron. Looks like they're going to group and try to get some towers. Now that would be the play. If they could group and get a few towers with this Baron, make this Baron useful, then they'll be in a lot better shape than they are right now. They are still about 2K behind. Oh no, they're actually 2K up.
Yeah.
So wow, I lied to everybody. Everyone's gonna think I'm a liar. But they're back in this game, and they're just making the plays, man. That's what it takes when you're behind, and you can make plays like Purple Team's been making. I mean, it's going to catch you up. Also, I mean, they got 2 Barons, and I believe only 1 Dragon. 2 Dragons only gone down this whole.
I think 2, and red got 1. Blue got 2.
Blue got 2, and
blue,
purple got 1. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. So do they still? Wow, they're backing with that Baron buff in full health. Now I don't know how I feel about that. Like,
yeah, they should try to be pressing that as much as they
try to. When you have that Baron buff, I mean, you're just so much stronger.
Yeah.
So you want to push. You want to push, or you want to try to make a play while you got Baron buff. But hey, you know, see how it pans out for them to go back. Maybe Corky wanted to buy some items. I didn't even see. I should have watched it. It looks like. Did he have that Phantom Dancer? I couldn't tell you, but. Wow, Alistair picking up a Vamp Scepter. Well, must need that lifesteal.
Yeah.
I always like obscure support builds. It's wicked.
Yeah.
It's wicked awesome to see. Looks like they're just going to be pushing up mid lane. Cassiopeia, now level 18, got a good set of items. She can pretty much just walk up to a minion wave and just let them have it. It's a good thing about, especially Anivia too, actually. Just go out and lay an R down. You can clear a mini wave in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. A good thing about Casto is you don't have to sit there. You can just lay your spells down and walk away. Go to the next lane. Fight off those pushes.
The red is pinging on top of that Vladimir right now. And they're just going to move into mid, try to push that lane back.
Now they do still have Baron buff, so if they were to make a play, this would be the time to make a play.
Yeah, and it is just about to wear off.
Baron buff going down. Oh, there you go. Yeah,
there it's off.
Now, I think the reason they were so hesitant with that Baron buff is their inhibitor is still very well exposed. I mean, they are susceptible to backdoor for sure.
If they would have got aced.
Yeah, absolutely. If they would have got aced, then it would have been GG. GG's going out for sure. Kennen also going for that Zhonya's before Woda, it looks like. Could be wrong, but it will be going for that Zhonya's, which is, again, super strong.
Pretty needed with that team comp of blue.
Absolutely. And when you have that Zhonya's and you with Kennen, I mean, you go in, you lay that ult down, and you throw Zhonya's out, you're doing just stacks of damage, and you're invulnerable. So that just sounds like OP as hell, in my opinion. Very common for Vladimirs to pick up Zonya's as well. Just double. Oh, here comes the engage. Wow. Vladimir ghosting in and just getting annihilated by Undead Mickey. Just doing mad work. Two in the pooper's going to go down here as well as drive-by punch. What a play. What a turnaround by purple team. Wow, Graves going down and now Anivia. There's no way this is Anivia. Anivia flashes out. Double kill by Cassiopeia. Just bringing the heat, ladies and gentlemen. Now they're going to push right up main and they're just going to take Inhib. That's what they're going to do. They're just licking their lips. Now, man, see, it's all about engages. Especially when you're running somebody like Cassiopeia Kennen and you have those two ults that are just so ridiculously strong. That's what it's all about. This Anivia is going to try to defend. I mean, Anivia is an excellent defender due to the fact that she can ult a minion wave and just have it dead in like 3 seconds. She does not have blue buff though, so that is going to be an issue. Cassiopeia is going to be backing. Wow, they're just going to stop there. Wow. Okay.
Red team should have went and picked up Dragon when they had the chance.
I think they will. Undead Mickey is definitely going to just snake this. He can solo this at this point. Now, a lot of times I see Corky's just rush Triforce, but Undead really loves to go this in-fedge Phantom Dancer build. And, I mean, I think that's great. My 80 carries told me a million times that Triforce build is super strong early game, but late game your damage just isn't the same as if you went in-fedge or Bloodthirster to Phantom Dancer. So that's what Corky's going for right now, is he's going for that big deeps rather than that initial burst. There you go, Kennen picking up that Zonya's as predicted, as well as Cassiopeia. So the next team fight should just be quite amusing with those double Zonyas going out. Looks like two in the pooper doing a little scouting with the saplings here.
Oh, could have got caught right there.
No cleaver to pop that Banshee's Veil.
Yeah, that was a free pop right there.
Oh, dude, I love popping Banshee's Veils. All day, every day. Okay, Mundo's just going to be pushing mid. They are going to be getting ready for another Baron fight here. If blue team initiates, the follow-up from red team could be devastating.
There's a Shirley's from Alistair.
Alistair, oh, wow.
Everybody with that. And Kennen flash and ults.
There goes the Zonya. Zonya's out by Cassiopeia, and she's going to come back and lay that ult down. Do some fat work. Van Kara is going to go down to this Corky. Corky is just pew-pewing in the back. Down goes Anivia. Anivia in the egg, and that is good night, Anivia. Delirium. Beautiful play by Delirium. Just sits back, kites with those Qs, and kites with that E. And you know what? They're just going to push to win here, I bet you. And Graves is done for. Oh, wow.
Yep. Nice play. And they're just going to push to win now.
Plays by purple team. I mean, overall, both teams just stellar game so far. I mean, they're just going to push. They're going to push right up mid, and there is pretty much nothing Blue can do about it. Leona, I agree. Yeah, Leona is up in 10 seconds, and she's going to come out, lay that ult down for the pentakill, and go push base by herself. That's my prediction. And I'm rarely wrong. Just kidding. But, yeah, this is game. I mean, there's literally nothing. Wow, what a turnaround by purple team.
They were so far. They were pretty far behind.
They were
losing every team engagement with those.
They just played it right, man. They got their objectives. They had the plays,
and they made the mistakes of their team fights, and they learned how to, and they positioned themselves well not to get caught by those ults.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what it takes. I mean, if you, wow, excellent game. Well played, both teams. Congratulations to purple side. I forget the name of their team, Delirium's team, but I mean, who really cares? It's just Delirium. The guy pretty much cheats. I mean,
totally.
And yeah, good game.